Welcome back, everybody. You are still tuned in to the Lowdown. Now, today I have a very special guest with me. He's won many awards and he wears many hats. But today we're going to call him Bishop. Y'all help me welcome Mr. Bishop Samuel McGill III.
Man, what a grand introduction. I almost wanted to look around and say, who's this guy talking about? Thank you for allowing me to be on the Lowdown. Let's go.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, Bishop, for being with us today, man. I know we just did Easter yesterday, so I know you were plenty busy yesterday, but thank you for being on the show today.
Man, I appreciate it. I'm honored, and I pray that I'm able to say something that will bless your viewers and everybody that tunes into the Lowdown across the world. So thank you.
No, you're quite welcome, and I know you are, and that's why we have you on the show today. I wanted to talk to you because the young lady who introduced me to you, she said you have to talk to this man about what he does for emotional pain and the program that you have called From Pain to Power. Can you tell my viewers at home exactly what that is?
Yeah, I think one of the things that is common to all of us, no matter what walk of life, where you come from, it's pain. And, with the platform that I have is I want to tell people that, number one, it's okay. I think what has happened to all of us is we have been taught, you better not cry, certainly as it relates to us as males, you better not cry, or it was frowned upon for you to acknowledge the fact that, hey, I'm going through something. I feel this. I can't act like it's not there. And so I want people to know that it's okay, to be real with yourself and to understand that, yes, I'm going through this pain or I'm dealing with it. And if I deal with it head on, then I believe there are some resolutions that come by the virtue of just dealing with the fact that, hey, this is real. It's here. It's not my final resting spot. But if I own it, I'm able to get past it. So I let people know that you don't have to stay in the rough spots of your life, but you can and will go on from pain to power. So I think that's the very beginning, is acknowledging the fact that, hey, I am dealing with this.
And I love the fact you said that, Bishop, because you touched on something that's very prevalent in our community. We have been taught, generations before us, not to admit as men that we have pain, emotional pain. Now, we can get hurt, we can go to the doctor, things of that nature when it comes to the physical. But when we talk about emotional, our psyche, our mental health, it's one of those things that we don't talk enough about it in our community. So I love the fact that you bring that up, because even though we're men, we're taught to be masculine, we're still human beings. We still go through things like anybody else. So it's important, like you said, the first step is just admitting, yeah, I'm in pain. I'm not okay. And what do I do to go from there? So what do you recommend, one of the first steps when people, besides admitting I'm in pain, what's one of the first steps people can do to deal with emotional pain?
I think following up after admitting it is having a good support system around you, people that will allow you to be human. Okay.
Yes.
I think that is so critical because, I have a dear brother, and matter of fact, I took out, some therapy with him when I went through some things, and I was like, man, I gotta talk to someone, but not just anybody, someone that's a trusted ear and a trusted place, so that you can be transparent. And he has his wellness Wednesdays. He called and I'll get a text and, hey, how you doing, brother, today from 1 to 5, And so that's a platform or safe space where you can be honest with yourself, right? Because people ask you, but how many times someone asks you, how you doing? And they really don't want to know, right? They really don't want to know. It's the thing to do, right?
You're right.
Because
We're
so
Bishop.
used to saying, I'm blessed and highly favored. I'm waiting on God. I'm pressing my way. And so, I shocked somebody one time. They was like, how you doing? And I let them have it.
You told the truth, Bishop.
I told the truth. But see, that's where liberation comes. That's where healing comes. That's where deliverance comes. That's where breakthrough comes, with being in a place where you can just say, hey, man, I'm not good today. You know what I mean? Hey, I feel like this, and not be judged or ridiculed or looked upon. To not be this superhuman character, certainly as it relates to those who profess, Christ and being saved. I think that some people think that we have on this force field and it's all good and we don't go through anything. I would dare to say that you go through even the more when you make that kind of public confession. But I think that if you realize that, man, I got to have some people around me that has no problem with me letting my hair down and letting me be Samuel, right? Because I can be Bishop
Yes.
Dr. Samuel McGill III and be intoxicated with the exuberance of my verbosity, but there's sometimes I
Mm.
just want to say, man, I feel like, this. You see, and the
Absolutely.
church folk not gonna like that outcome, but that's how I feel today as an individual. And so you got to have people around you that are okay with you being you and can handle, that vulnerability when you come to them with it.
So you have to find people that you can actually be honest with, vulnerable with, and still have your emotional back. And I love the fact you said that, because I'm gonna say it again: as men, we're taught not to talk to other men that way. We're taught, hey man, everything's good. No, I'm great, man. But no, we can actually lean on one another. I mean, that's what that's what we're here for. That's true strength, in my opinion. Hey man, I'm here for you,
Yeah.
brother. You going through something? Hey, let's talk about this. Hey man, it's something ain't right. Hey, let's go over here and maybe get some help over here. Or hey, let's go see the bishop. Let's go pray about it. But let's talk it out, because you can't bottle stuff up as a man and think everything's gonna be okay, because then it's gonna come out one way or another, and it's not gonna come out the way that you probably wanted to.
Yeah, you can bottle it up. It's just like taking a soda, right? Shaking it.
Yes,
That's what a lot of
yes.
people do. The shaking is I go through the crucible of life. The shaking is I deal with real issues. And if we don't have a place, if we don't acknowledge it to have a safe place, then when the top is popped, then
Yes,
you're
sir.
wondering why Mount Rushmore is erupting. It's because we
Amen.
bottled it in for so long. And then I think, really what we need to do is just surround ourselves with people who are going to encourage us to continue to go down the road of therapy, right? I mentioned therapy. I alluded to that because I wanted people to understand if Bishop Dr. Samuel McGill III can take out some therapy, then so should you. And I think what has happened, especially as it relates
Okay,
to
Bishop, hold that thought, because
addiction.
I
Okay,
want to finish that thought, because that's a very important one coming from you. Guys, don't go
absolutely.
anywhere. We'll be right back with Bishop Samuel McGill III right here on the Lowdown. That was wonderful. Welcome back, everybody. All right, guys, we are still right now with Bishop Samuel McGill III, and he's giving us great talks about emotional pain, from pain to power. Now, you were talking about the fact as men, we have to admit sometimes that, look, we're not okay emotionally. We're going
Yeah.
through some stuff. We're going through some problems. And finding a person that you can rely on, that you can be vulnerable with, is key in us healing. Now, you were about to say something about therapy that I think a lot of people in our community need to hear. So please, Bishop, tell us about what you think about therapy.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it is a must, and not that we're extracting or leaving the women out. I think women have just been extraordinarily consistent with having their groups of sisters and their
Yes.
girlfriends, their BFFs, if you will,
Yes.
where whatever's going on, they're gonna call their girlfriend, girl, let me tell you about this. I can't believe you did me like that. You
Yes.
know what I mean? And so I think they've always had that safe place. I really am throwing a lifeline to the men folk, as my grandmother used to say, is because we don't readily pick up that phone like the women do.
No.
And I want to talk to all of us, all people alike, but certainly in our community, people that look like you and I, is to understand that there's nothing wrong with therapy. I mean, it's been frowned upon. People have had, I've heard all kind of crazy stuff. You get therapy, you must be crazy, you must be losing it. I think
No.
therapy is it's good for us because you need to talk that stuff out.
Yes.
And I know we have mental health awareness month, but I think it need to be mental health awareness every day.
Amen.
Okay, because it could be a split second, and we could be reading about someone on the news, which is tragic for someone to take their own life when there's so many other options than to do that. So do it for yourself. Self-care is the best care, and I believe
Talk
when
about it.
you make it a priority. Oh, I feel something here now. When you make it a priority for self-care, then you'll be good for yourself, and then you'll be good for someone else. And that's in family, that's in business, that's in relationship,
Yes, sir.
that's in marriage or what have you. If you're not good, then you're not going to be good in all those other arenas. So self-care, get you some good therapy and some counseling, and be consistent with it.
Amen. Amen. Now I'm gonna run through some of the things that make you so wonderful. I know you don't. You're a very humble gentleman, but I just got to tell people, man, you are a stellar award winner, by the way, man. One of the highest honors in gospel, and you've actually got one.
Yes,
So I just want to bring up some of your accolades that you've actually done. You are the recipient of a presidential Barack Obama Lifetime Achievement Award, sir. Come on, man.
let's go.
Yes. all the wonderful things you do, man. I just want to give you your flowers while you're here, because that's one thing that men, we need to start doing as well. Look at your brother, whatever he's doing good in his life, let him know that he's doing good. So, hey, my brother, you're doing good.
Man, thank you. I'm humbled, and I love to see excellence, man. And so I want to lob the alley-oop back to you and to your team, because one thing I do understand is when people see us in front of the camera or in front of the microphone, they think that it stops there, but it takes a community of people that are working behind the scenes to make what we do look so flawless. So shout out to you and to your television program and to all who make it flow behind the scenes. Shout out to all the behind the scenes folks. I wish the cameraman would just go.
Amen.
Whoop,
Yeah.
whoop.
Hey.
Shout
All
out to
behind the scenes.
engineer.
Yes.
Shout out to the audio person. Come on. Shout
Yeah.
out to everybody that makes the set pop and look good. So I'm grateful, man. And again, thank you for allowing me to come and to talk about All Nations Radio, this stellar award-winning platform that has just been a springboard for so many. A lot of artists, man, have launched their careers on our station.
From you.
A lot of the who's who have been here, and so I'm grateful for that.
Absolutely, and I definitely want to talk about all the wonderful books you've written as well. You are an author as well. I said you wear many hats. You got a brand new one that I know you're very eager to get out here, man. I want people. Let's talk about it.
It's the baby. This is the baby, and there shall be glory.
Amen.
Real quick, one of the highlights in this book is, and I believe in safety. I want to say this. I want to preface this before I say what I want to say. I believe in safety in every sense of the matter. I'm no stranger to any weapon. I was in the Marine Corps, and so I've been to the range countless times. I've taken this, not only shot the weapon, but taken it apart so many times I could take it apart in my sleep. But you cannot handle any weapon and have other things weighing on your mind. That's when accidents happen. So I had, while cleaning the gun, a round was still in there and went off and struck me in my ankle, man. It was probably the worst thing that I ever had to undergo. And so, had major surgery on the 26th of July last year, and was 3 months of non-weight bearing, couldn't walk. And the night before surgery, with tears dripping in the hospital, God spoke to me and said, after this is going to be glory. And so I couldn't do anything. I grabbed iPad and, not being able to walk for 3 months, I penned this book, and I talk about that. I talk about the secret place that only comes through prayer, and it's just an incredible book, man, of inspiration and motivation that is for any man, woman, boy, or girl. So, and there shall be glory. And I think all of us can look at some of the things that we've been through in life. And so when I come out on the other side of this, it's going to be better than it was when I went in. And so I'm super excited about that. And there shall be glory.
And I want everybody watching this right now, you need to go get this book right now, available on Amazon. I know we all got Prime, so instead of buying some new pots and pans, buying a phone you don't need, y'all go get a good message out there, man. I just want to say thank you, Bishop.
I want to challenge them to do this if I can. I want to challenge them to go straight to our site, because I want to sign it. I want to put my Hancock on it. So if they go right to our website, allnationsradio.net, allnationsradio.net, they'll be able to see a banner right on the front and click it, and I'll sign every every copy that is ordered directly from our website.
And give them your social media too, so they can definitely follow and support you.
Yeah, social media, they can find me on Facebook, Samuel McGill III.
Yes, sir.
All Nations Radio on Facebook, All Nations Radio on Twitter, and All Nations Radio on Instagram.
I just want to say thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us today, man. It really touched us, and what you said is so important in our community. So thank you again for being here today, because I know a lot of people that heard this needed to hear it. So I just want to thank you. And I want to remind everybody, please go to the website, like you said. Please follow him on social media. What a wonderful, amazing man. And you ain't no stranger now, Bishop. That's right.
Hey, look, we're going to have you on our show, because I done been on the Lowdown, okay?
There you go. Oh, my God. Thank you. Thank y'all. Yes. Oh, what? Oh, me?
Yes. All for you. All for you.
Oh, thank y'all so much. Yeah. Mike, they love us.
They are prepaid.
All right, nice.
There you go. Yeah.
I will pay you back.
Sure.
Never. But
all
thank
right.
you.